Air France Flight 726 took off from Paris, carrying 211 souls toward the sunlit lands of West Africa. Among them were French businessmen, curious tourists, sleeping children resting on their mothers' shoulders, and a quiet African man in a black shirt, jeans, sneakers, sunglasses, and a baseball cap. No one knew that passenger 178 was Ibrahim Traoré, the interim president of Burkina Faso. After a secret diplomatic mission in Paris, he chose to blend in with regular passengers, avoiding the pomp and ceremony of the French government. "The best leaders," he once said, "are those who understand the fear in a common citizen's eyes." 3 peaceful hours into the flight, everything changed. "This plane is now under our control. Nobody move. Follow our instructions and you will be safe." The shout came in Arabic with a French accent from the front cabin. Silence fell over the aircraft. Traoré remained calm. He gently held the shoulder of the elderly Burkina woman beside him, who was trembling with fear. "It's all right, mother. Everything will be fine," he whispered. 4 masked, armed men split up to control the cabin. 2 rushed into the cockpit. The other 2 stayed in economy class, weapons raised. One of them began checking passengers' phones and laptops. "We demand $10 million and the release of our 3 brothers from Leante prison, or blood will be spilled." When one of the hijackers grabbed a French passenger and began dragging him toward the cockpit as a demonstrative hostage, Traoré knew the decisive moment had come. He stood up, calm but firm. "Stop! Negotiation takes time. Pressure will only make things worse." The hijacker spun around, gun raised. "Who are you to give orders?" "Just a former diplomat," Traoré replied, locking eyes with him. "I know how to help you reach your goal, without shedding blood." After a tense pause, the hijacker motioned toward the cockpit. "Fine. One chance. Come. Talk to them." Traoré walked down the aisle under the anxious gaze of dozens of passengers. The elderly woman beside him whispered, "God protect you, my son." The cockpit air was thick with fear. The pilots had guns pointed at their backs. The hijacker introduced Traoré via radio to the French negotiator. "I'm here for peace. You can call me Ibrahim," Traoré said. At this point, he hadn't revealed his identity. He chose to play the role of a calm, reasonable passenger. In the following conversations, he quickly grasped the nature of the hijackers. They weren't ruthless mercenaries, but idealistic youths pushed into extremism by frustration and injustice. The 3 prisoners they demanded to be freed had joined the Tuareg uprising in Mali. "What if we redirected your demands to a more lawful route? Brought your case before the UN? The international community would listen." The group's leader, Yousef, growled, "We tried. No one cared. It's been 7 years." Traoré proposed rerouting the plane to Niger, where French influence was weaker. He also advised them to record a video showing the elderly and children on board were unharmed, a gesture of goodwill. Yousef was shocked. "We were going to release the children, with parachutes." "Throwing children out of the sky?" Traoré asked coldly. "The world would see you as monsters." They agreed. Traoré personally spoke to each child. "Let's play a game. Tell the camera that you're safe so your parents won't worry." Tears were replaced by shy smiles. Negotiations dragged on. France agreed to form a committee to oversee the condition of the prisoners, but refused to release them. Yousef hesitated. "If we surrender, doesn't that mean we've failed?" "No," said Traoré. "You haven't failed. You've changed strategy. A person who knows when to stop isn't a loser." Eventually, they agreed to land in Wagadugu, Burkina Faso, unaware that this was the very home of their unexpected negotiator. The plane touched down under the red glow of sunset. As Burkina Faso's special forces surrounded the aircraft, Traoré turned to Yousef. "It's time. He removed his cap, took off his sunglasses. The entire cabin froze. "I am Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso." A heartbeat passed. Yousef stumbled back, face pale. "Impossible." "It's true," Traoré said gently. "And I've kept my word. If you surrender, you'll be treated fairly. No one needs to die." One hijacker reached for his gun, eyes flickering with fear. "We could keep you as a hostage." "You could," said Traoré, calm as ever. "But to what end? The whole world is watching. Killing a head of state would destroy everything your cause stands for." After a long silence, Yousef slowly lowered his weapon. "Disarm," he told the others. "We've lost, but not our dignity." Global media erupted as images emerged of President Traoré leading the hijackers off the plane. No handcuffs, no bloodshed. At a press conference later that night, President Traoré declared, "Today, the world witnessed a simple truth. Not everyone holding a gun is a monster, and not every negotiator is weak. These young men were wrong, but their message was real. A continent's pain, unheard for too long. And I, an African, chose dialogue over gunfire." That terrifying flight did not end with an explosion, but with a compassionate smile. Ibrahim Traoré not only saved 210 passengers, he taught the world a lesson in leadership, courage, and the power of the human heart.